Hi there, and welcome to Celeb Hut. So the Carlee Russell circumstance just got considerably more chaotic in light of the fact that her folks just got uncovered for being engaged with her phony hijacking Carlee a subsequent time. However, it has not been conceded that solicitation. As you can see, there are many inquiries left to be responded to, yet only Cardi can give those answers. Carlee has at last confessed to lying about her hijacking, and she additionally sort of spilled the tea on how her folks could have helped her arrange the situation out now, assuming you felt that this case was terrible before. Well, listen, the show just deteriorated out, so this lady called the police. Imagine like she saw a baby meandering on the highway, then grabbed off her own hairpiece and continued to stroll into the forest, imagining like she got stolen. I swear, each time we believe that the Carlee Russell case could never get any more out of control, we figure out a new thing about the case that simply makes it considerably more crazy. The word on the road is that her folks could have had something to do with aiding her concealment and her capturing, and this story is going to take an insane turn now. Before we get into the story, I have to tell you all that this is all tattle from virtual entertainment and fans, so you need to do some more exploration on your own. I'm simply telling you all what the roads are talking about, so you need to take it with a pinch of salt until you find your own discoveries. Okay, so Carlee's case has been quite possibly of the most insane story that we have heard in quite a while. Yet to be fair, I don't think she anticipated that things should go crazy the way that they did. She assumed she was presumably going to move away for 2 or 3 days and afterward turn up haphazardly. Yet what she didn't expect was that the case would stand out to where a huge number of individuals got intrigued by the case and turned into the FBI specialists themselves, attempting to find her EV. Everything began when Carlee made a 911 call, guaranteeing that she saw a baby strolling along the parkway while she was driving, and guaranteed that she planned to head over to perceive how she could assist with the kid simply strolling without help from anyone else. I'm right close to the leave 10 minutes. Okay, I figured before that I said she'd then, at that point, called her cousin to tell what is happening. Yet while she was chatting on the telephone, her cousin heard her shout, and afterward the Lee phone went off. That was the last time individuals heard from her for 2 days. And when the police got to her most recent place, where she had supposedly saw the youngster, she was no place to be found. Her vehicle, hairpiece, and telephone were found at the area. Yet there was no indication of her or the youngster. The police promptly got the ball rolling and begun looking for her. However, they couldn't find her folks uncovered that she had quite recently gotten off. Work had halted to get some food in. Dee was on her way home when she recognized the kid and pulled over. The story stood out enough to be noticed in the media in view of the conditions encompassing it. Carlee was viewed as a decent Samaritan who had caused problems in light of her good nature. There were fears that she might have been a casualty of dealing, and there were a parcel of things going through individuals' brains. The public coordinated a quest party for herself as well as her folks. They discussed what an incredible individual she is. She is easygoing, yet in the event that it's an opportunity for her to set up a battle to attempt to save her life, she will give her very best for setting up a battle. There was indeed even a $50,000 reward offer for anybody with data that would prompt her return. Yet there was no lead. Well, it didn't take some time before individuals began to punch holes in the story and implied that Carlee may be faking things. The primary thing that individuals saw was that her account of the youngster on the parkway didn't make any sense. As per the recording from the reconnaissance cameras, there was no indication of a kid on the interstate. We can see Carlee's vehicle with the danger lights on, but there's no youngster. Individuals likewise found it dubious that there could have been no different calls about the kid. It was an exceptionally bustling roadway, and there ought to have been various calls assuming that there truly was a youngster wandering about unaccompanied. Yet individuals keep on shielding her and guaranteeing that she was a casualty, yet she in the long run turned up at her folks' house following 2 days. Keeping in mind that the vast majority were blissful and others had doubts about her story. Her folks promptly took her to the emergency clinic to get checked out, and the police were called to take her assertion. After they took her assertion, they made a public statement that somewhat showed that they didn't get her story. A piece of the assertion said that in the wake of leaving the colon, Carlee went to focus on roadway 280 and bought some nibble food type things. These things were not situated in the vehicle or with her mobile phone and hairpiece at the location of her disappearance, deciding, by the way, that ruffins were probably not going to take her bites. This assertion only sort of proposes that the police believed that she was loaded with yes. Yet things got considerably more insane when a visually impaired thing was posted on Facebook by an unknown insider, guaranteeing that Carlee made the entire thing up on the grounds that she had ended up in some profound wreck The Post said she got discovered taking from work that day, flopped out of nursing school, and she had her companion behind her. And that is who gotten her. She was with her companion the entire end of the week. The police realized she was safe since she hindered her ex weeks prior, and she added him back while she was stole. He called the police to let them know a portion of a day prior to she returned home. She wanted to vanish, understood that it won't work. Wow. From that point on, Carlee began to get a great deal of kickback since individuals began to accept that she really was lying. It was only an extremely muddled circumstance. Yet, for reasons unknown, her folks actually demanded that Carlee was a casualty and had been hijacked. They requested that individuals quit conjecturing that she was lying and trust that the police will complete their examination, anything prompting to the actual pursuit. We can't talk about. That might you at any point except she was battling for her life. The police held a public interview where they essentially uncovered her for lying. The greatest and the most dubious proof against her was the hunt history in light of the fact that Carlee had made some really fascinating quests in the days and hours paving the way to her disappearance. She likewise made some other quests, including stuff like one-way transport tickets away. Yet that is not all, since she likewise looked for the film Taken 2, which is a well-known film about snatching. 30 a.m., the term you need to pay for a golden alarm research on July 13th at 103 a.m. The day of her vanishing, the term how to take cash from a register without being gotten at 12 p.m. A quest for the film Taken, a film about a creation. There were 2 searchers later to golden cautions on a PC at Carlee's work environment, including one in regards to the most extreme age of a golden ready. Now, this is where the family ought to have taken their LNPs in light of the fact that the police were on to them. Yet her folks kept on demanding that she was grabbed and, surprisingly, attempted to play the casualty, asserting that they were being harassed. They said Carlee has given analysts her assertion, and ideally they are seeking after her abductor. Kindly comprehend our psychological state and the pain we have recently experienced, and that Carlee is as yet managing and comprehend that regardless of the number of requests or bogus accounts that are created, we won't be harassed into doing anything that will think twice about girls' psychological prosperity or the examination. Additionally, we won't engage the negative online entertainment remarks with the reaction. So you find somebody to make it happen, and I get another person to do it. Well, they essentially request that individuals quit hauling their little girl since they could have done without it. Even everyone police said they accepted that she was lying. Great! Carlee understood that the dance was up, and she put out an announcement through her legal counselors. And knowing that she made things up has allowed me to offer the accompanying expression for her sake. There was no grabbing on Thursday, July 9th, 13th, 2023. My client didn't see a child out and about. My client didn't leave the Hoover region when she was distinguished as a missing individual. Now she was sorry, yet individuals were finished with her, yet distraught as F, since she has had all of us concerned for not a great explanation. Presently, individuals are coming for her, folks likewise, exceptionally hard, and blaming them for being in on Carlee's spot. I mean, they needed to have realized that she wasn't grabbed after she got back to them, yet not in the Lee. Saint, did they not express anything about her not being hijacked? No doubt, except for they likewise obliged her guidelines. They attempted to paint her as a legend for attempting to protect a youngster and fending off an abductor. Her mother was likewise the person who called 911 after Carlee hung up with her cousin on the expressway. Yet not just that, they likewise guaranteed the police were lying and blamed individuals for detesting. At the point when they hauled Carlee for lying, no doubt it seems as though they were vigorously associated with this all along. Well, obviously the roads got to talking, and individuals have been hauling her folks and leaving remarks and stuff like, "I'm off Carlee Russell." Subscribe Celeb Hut for more videos.